We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Tennessee Titans. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. To throw on the first play, McCarthy. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play that time for the Titans. 65 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hawk 70, Hawk 7, 19 tight, 19 tight.
McCarthy operating from the gun. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Mason Graham, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
To the air with McCarthy. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. You look at this Eagle defense. They are the 22nd ranked unit against the run in the NFL.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go now. Go.
Throwing to start the drive. Hodges over the middle, complete. It's Freeman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Come on.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. his man complete over the middle. It's Lynch. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 38-yard line. A nice throw from the third-round pick. It gets him a first down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right?
Fighting through. He's got space. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in.
And this is caught. And it's a Titans touchdown. A big play there. 65 yards. And the Titans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. This defense for the Titans, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Looking left side, and it's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 down at the 33. Operating from the gun, Hodges. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. First and 10.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a first and 10.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Green. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Titans. Kavontae Turpin, 65 yards. And the Titans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point safely through. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You talk about this Titan defense.
They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and now we've got a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Hubbard. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
From the shotgun, McCarthy.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Pretty entertaining start. 14 all to score on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing is McCarthy. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
McCarthy going to throw again.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Looking to throw McCarthy.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Kevontae Turpin. His 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Titans are going to take the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it first and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Come on.
Now it's Hodges. Trying to lay one up deep.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Titans are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
Here we go. 70s.
Here's McCarthy.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it's going to be third down and forever.
So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. Now McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
There go play action. Here's McCarthy.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Hey, let's go.
On play action, McCarthy.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here.
Sticking with the pass, here's McCarthy. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 20-yard line. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Shut up. Nice.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Again, he'll drop to throw.
That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Ready, ready.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
60 to Bravo 80. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Justin Jefferson
From 19 yards away.
And the Titans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
The extra point up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Their own 30-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Lyson thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now a give, right side. Green. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
19. Ready.
Here's Hodges looking to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Freeman. Only a yard of the completion. It's second and goal.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Hodges. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got third and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3.
Let's go.
Third and goal, Hodges. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 8 yards out. And the Eagles are back within a score. Butker on for the PAT. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. 69 yards. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Hodges now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Throwing yet again. Here's Hodges. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. From the gun, it's Hodges. He finds his man, complete. It's Robertson. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Cowboy 80. Ready.
Back to throw again. He's going to air one out. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, Hodges. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
Deputy! Cougar 19!
They'll try to run this one in. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Let's go now. 19.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Butker now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
It's the score, Titans 35,
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Final shot before break. McCarthy. Touchdown! Javonte Turpin as time expires in the first half. And the Titans will extend their lead on the final play of the half. And this is turning out to be something to monitor as this game goes along. That's now 3 touchdown catches for him here in this first half alone. Extra point attempt to follow here. And the lead is up to 14. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And an Eagle first down.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Hodges. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't fumbled, really. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 27-yard line. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Now Hodges off the play fake. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now a toss play for Hubbard. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers...
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year.
And the Eagles have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
At the 39-yard line.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. To the air with McCarthy.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 32 on the play.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 90 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, here's McCarthy.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And that ball popped free. We could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
McCarthy off the play fake. And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Justin Jefferson
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point up and through. And the lead now up to 14.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner.
He's got it at the 15. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Eagles 42. Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And space tough to come by there as they get maybe a yard to the 37.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Quick slant complete to Njoku.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Ready? Warriors 70, 70 Lions.
Throwing is McCarthy.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to extend their lead. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard, and while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now it's Hodges. He'll get this out to Lynch, complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
Number 6 brings up second and 4 at the 46-yard line.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves.
Operating from the gun. Hodges.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt.
And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break up their routes quickly as well.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
2 yards on
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Up the middle they go. Newton. And it'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Here's McCarthy.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And he will take it across midfield and down. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Over the middle, complete. It's Freeman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Eagles first down.
Buffalo 18, Viking 18.
Looking to throw. Hodges. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
The Eagles.
Operating from the gun. Hodges. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Out of the gun, it's Hodges.
Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Straight ahead with Hubbard.
And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown.
Chuba Hubbard.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
19 tight. Crack all 80.
On play action, McCarthy.
And that is taken in by Njoku. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On first down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
They'll keep it on the ground. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd down from the gun, McCarthy. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he will have a Titans first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll go play action. Here's McCarthy.
From the left side, it's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Kevontae Turpin,
29 yards.
And the Titans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more.
That makes the score Titans 63.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll come up now on second down.
Come on. Hey. Ready.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
Gotta avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
19 Tiger. Let's go.
They'll try and throw for it with Hodges. And it's incomplete